The internet is absolutely losing its mind right now, and honestly, I need to talk about what just went down at the Lakers game because people are spiraling over a 3-second clip that has somehow turned into the drama of the century. Selena Gomez and Benny Blanco showed up courtside, and let me tell you, the haters came out of hibernation faster than you can say overreaction. Before we dive into this mess, make sure you hit that subscribe button because we're serving tea every single day, and you don't want to miss a drop. So here's what happened. There's this video circulating everywhere, and I mean everywhere, of Selena and Benny walking into the Lakers game. In the clip, it looks like Selena is reaching for Benny's hand, and he supposedly doesn't grab it right away. That's it. That's literally the whole thing. But you would think from the way people are reacting that he committed some unforgivable crime on national television. The comments are wild. People are saying he ignored her, that he embarrassed her, that he was acting like he's too good to hold her hand, that she looked humiliated. The takes are coming in hot and heavy, and honestly, it's exhausting watching people try so desperately to find problems where there aren't any. Here's the thing that gets me. These same people who are clutching their pearls over a millisecond of footage conveniently ignore everything else that happened that night. They were all over each other during the actual game. Kissing, cuddling, looking absolutely smitten. Benny was taking photos of her ring, like a proud fiancé. They were laughing and whispering to each other courtside. But sure, let's focus on one awkward angle of them walking in and act like their entire relationship is falling apart. The selective outrage is truly something to behold. What really cracks me up is how invested some people are in seeing this relationship fail. Like, genuinely invested. They're analyzing every frame of video like they're FBI agents investigating a crime scene. They're reading body language that doesn't exist. They're creating narratives out of thin air.
And why?
Because they can't stand to see Selena happy with someone who doesn't fit their perfect fantasy of who she should be with. That's really what this comes down to when you strip away all the noise. Let me be real with you for a second. Benny Blanco is head over heels for this woman. Anyone with functioning eyeballs can see that. This man talks about her like she hung the moon and stars. He lights up when her name is mentioned. He's constantly gushing about how grateful he is to be with her. The way he looks at her in interviews, the way he talks about their relationship, the way he shows up for her, it's all right there for everyone to see. But people would rather focus on a 3-second clip taken from a weird angle than acknowledge the mountain of evidence showing how much this man adores her. I've seen people say he was walking ahead of her like she didn't matter, that he was too busy saying hi to other people, that he was acting like the main character while she trailed behind. First of all, have we considered that maybe they were just walking into a crowded venue and navigating through people? Have we considered that maybe they were both excited to be there and greeting folks? Have we considered that maybe, just maybe, we're watching two people existing normally and projecting drama onto a completely innocent moment? The mental gymnastics people are doing to make this into something sinister is honestly impressive in the worst way. And then there's the whole appearance thing that nobody wants to say out loud, but everyone's thinking. A lot of the criticism Benny gets isn't really about his actions. It's about how he looks. People don't think he's conventionally attractive enough to be with Selena. They see this successful, gorgeous pop star, and they think she should be with someone who looks like a Marvel superhero. But here's a wild concept. Selena gets to choose who she loves. She gets to decide what matters to her in a partner. And clearly, whatever Benny has going on is exactly what she wants. Maybe it's his humor, his kindness, his talent, his character, or maybe it's just that inexplicable chemistry that makes relationships work. Whatever it is, it's none of our business to approve or disapprove. The double standards are also glaring. When other celebrity couples have awkward moments caught on camera, people laugh it off or defend them. But with Selena and Benny, every single interaction is dissected and criticized. Every photo is analyzed. Every video is slowed down and studied. The scrutiny is relentless and honestly kind of cruel. These are two human beings trying to live their lives and enjoy their relationship while the entire internet watches their every move waiting for them to mess up. That sounds exhausting. Now, I'm not going to sit here and pretend everything is always perfect because that's not realistic. There have been moments where I personally felt like maybe Benny shared a bit too much information in interviews. Like when he talked about Selena waiting in the car for 30 minutes because she likes to be early to things. That felt a little personal to share publicly even if they probably discussed it beforehand. Or when he talked about her saying I love you first and how she thought their first hangout was a date but he didn't. Those kinds of details can make someone look a certain way, and I get why some people feel protective of Selena when he shares stuff like that. But here's the difference between those moments and this Lakers game situation. Those were actual things that happened and were discussed openly. This hand-holding drama is literally manufactured outrage based on a split second of footage. The reality is that Benny talks about those stories because they're sweet to him. He's not trying to embarrass her. He's sharing the journey of how they fell in love, because he's proud of it. He thinks it's cute that she was more sure about him first. He thinks it's endearing that she's punctual. These are criticisms in his mind. They're love stories. But because people are so desperate to find fault, they twist his words into something negative. They take his genuine affection and admiration and spin it into disrespect. It's wild how different the interpretation can be when you're looking for problems versus when you're just taking things at face value. What kills me is that there are actual toxic relationships in Hollywood. There are couples where you can see the dysfunction from a mile away. There are partnerships that are clearly unhealthy or one-sided or problematic. But those don't get nearly the same level of scrutiny as Selena and Benny, who by all accounts seem genuinely happy and healthy together. Maybe that's actually the problem. Maybe seeing a relationship that works, seeing someone happy with a partner who treats them well, is threatening to people who are used to drama and toxicity being the norm. A functional, loving relationship isn't as entertaining as a messy one, apparently. The second-hand embarrassment comments are particularly rich. People are saying they felt embarrassed for Selena watching this video.
But why?
Because she reached for her boyfriend's hand, and there was a microsecond delay? That happens to literally every couple on Earth. Sometimes you reach for someone, and the timing is off. Sometimes you're both distracted. Sometimes you're navigating a crowd, and your hands don't connect immediately. This is normal human behavior, not some relationship red flag that requires an emergency summit meeting. And can we talk about how this all played out on social media? The video gets posted, and within minutes there are think pieces. There are breakdowns. There are conspiracy theories. People are adding dramatic music and slow motion effects to make it seem more intense than it was. The engagement farming is blatant. Everyone wants to be the one with the hot take that goes viral. Everyone wants their tweet about this to blow up. So they exaggerate and dramatize and catastrophize a nothing moment because that's what gets clicks and views and interactions. It's not about genuine concern for Selena. It's about manufacturing content and riding the wave of whatever's trending. The people defending them in the comments get drowned out by the haters, which is typical. Anyone saying, hey, maybe we're overreacting here gets accused of being a blind stan or not seeing what's right in front of them. But what's right in front of us? Two people at a basketball game having a good time. That's what the full context shows. That's what anyone being honest would acknowledge. But honesty doesn't generate the same engagement as outrage, so here we are. I think what frustrates me most is the energy being wasted on this. There are real issues in the world. There are actual problematic behaviors by actual problematic people that deserve this level of attention and criticism. But instead we're spending collective hours debating whether a music producer held his girlfriend's hand fast enough while walking into a sporting event. The priorities are completely backwards. If people put this much effort into literally anything else, we could probably solve world hunger or achieve world peace, or at least make some meaningful progress on something that actually matters. But that's the internet for you. That's celebrity culture. That's the beast we've all created, where every moment is content and every action is up for debate, and nothing is ever just allowed to be normal or mundane or innocent. Everything has to be analyzed and criticized and turned into something bigger than it is. And celebrities are expected to be perfect at all times, even though perfection doesn't exist, and even though they're human beings with the same flaws and awkward moments as everyone else. Selena and Benny are going to be fine. They were fine before this video went viral, and they'll be fine after everyone moves on to the next manufactured controversy. Their relationship isn't defined by what strangers on the internet think about a 3-second clip. It's defined by how they treat each other when cameras aren't around, by the life they're building together, by the love and respect they have for each other. And from everything they've both said and shown, that foundation seems pretty solid. So to everyone losing sleep over this, maybe redirect that energy. Focus on your own relationships. Work on your own happiness. Stop trying to find problems where none exist. And maybe, just maybe, let two people in love enjoy a basketball game without turning it into a federal case. The desperation to see them fail is transparent and honestly kind of sad. They're happy. Let them be happy. It's really that simple. At the end of the day, this whole situation says more about us as a society than it does about Selena and Benny. It shows how quick we are to judge, how eager we are to tear people down, how much we enjoy drama, even when we have to create it ourselves. And maybe that's what we should actually be discussing instead of whether someone held someone else's hand quickly enough. Just a thought. If you enjoyed this reality check and want more honest takes on celebrity news and internet drama, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell. We're cutting through the nonsense every single day and keeping it real about what's actually happening versus what people want to be happening. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.